Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for September 2012, and there's it's actually quite a progressive feel this month for you, bearing in mind what the slower moving outer planets are doing. And I suggest you go to my website if you're not there already and see how they're affecting you, because you are on the front line, Capricorn, with all of that tremendous transformation and evolutionary change that's going on across the planet. But there's this progressive feel. The sun has moved into an expansive, even adventurous area. You might be feeling a little bit more enthusiastic about things. It tends to raise the spirits, and boy, some of you are going to really feel like you deserve that, and so you do. And just helps you to get the bigger picture, see it outside the box into new vistas of hopefully promise and potential. The energy will be there for you to tap into, Capricorn. Some of you may actually be able to travel. You might get itchy feet, and you'll be sort of getting out and about more, whether that is long distance travel or whether that's just, for some reason you're sprung and you're able to get out and about more, and just have opportunities to escape the daily grind, refresh your mind, get the stale air out of the box that maybe you've been in. A good time to take a break, and if you do that, it will help you to get things in perspective. And during this time, you could be quite full of ideas, wanting to launch into something, maybe a project, maybe something which involves a bit of education, a bit of research. You're picking up knowledge, maybe you're perhaps Googling a lot. It can be like that, or maybe it's through contacts, or maybe it's through people at a distance. But you're definitely learning a lot as you're joining up the dots. And it's a good moment for you to test the waters on something, whatever that something is. Ask the questions. Sometimes we don't get the answers because we don't ask the right questions. So ask the question, or put the word out. Use you as the in the role of guide or teacher or mentor, or you're promoting something from this area here. So you put the word out and you let others know how you feel about this, that, or the other. Or rather, maybe it's not what you feel, maybe it's your opinion on something, or something that you want others to know about. So if you're sending out paperwork, or because actually this is this is an area for correspondence, this is an area for communications, but it's also about travel. And it's about learning a lot, being on a bit of a learning curve. So, as I say, taking a break, getting a holiday, or planning a holiday, however it is for you, you're more likely to be able to access outwardly or inwardly a place where you can just zoom out and refresh your mind and spirit. And fortunately, until the 17th, Mercury, which is going direct, is also underpinning the position of the Sun. So that means more contacts connected to travel or foreign parts, somebody at a distance, more exchanges like that with them, or with someone who's got an area of expertise which is very useful for you, and you can learn from them. So you're consulting with them, or you're just the student there, but also you're likely to be meeting up or connecting up with knowledge, or people who can tell you about cultural differences, or people who are themselves from a very different cultural background. All of this is grist to your mill. All of this can be informative. Mercury really is in its element in this communicative sector, which emphasizes education, travel, and foreign connections, but also giving you this bigger picture, Capricorn. So it's a good moment to beat the drum, let others know what you wish to share. And some of you may be looking into the legal side of things for some reason at this time, because it's also can be about that. And guidance or some kind of teaching which is maybe not of this world could also be coming to you at this time, and helps you get the broader perspective on things, the eagle eye view. And then from the 17th, discussions, correspondence, and ideas may be centered around where you're going from here in life. Okay, so that'll be ambitions that you have, goals that you have, career, life direction. Maybe it's about a new enterprise, or those who may facilitate those your career or your direction, or in fact what or who may be blocking that as well. But definitely these sorts of things are going to be highlighted from there. Your mind will be onto these sorts of things. You may find your goals and schemes are being validated or rejected by the feedback that you're getting, and just be alert to that reaction and that feedback, and be alert to what's going on in the wider stage of the whole world, because that could change your perspective on things. You will be putting mental effort into expressing yourself in the best way you can, and you might more likely to cross paths with the powers that be, authority figures, bureaucracy, officialdom at this time. But as I say, Mercury is going direct, it's not going retrograde, and so that means that there's not likely to be too many hiccups out of the extra special delays or hiccups, which can happen when Mercury's going retrograde. Also, vehicles, transport or communications equipment may be highlighted and more emphasized, and you maybe got to get your head around that, or just give one of those more attention at this time. Venus, though, is in a really quite helpful position for you. It's in an area where it could manifest as an influence which helps you out in materially, either in a major way or a minor sort of a way, and in general any negotiation or one-to-one work could go well, and some of you will shift into more commitment in a material or emotional sense, particularly after the 7th, depending on your natal chart and your inability to create what you want. And then from the 7th, for some of you, your deeper feelings could be touched. You could be really feeling things more deeply, and things could become more intimate if it's a personal relationship, or just more involved in a personal or a professional relationship, because you feel like there's more riding on how you and someone are getting on together, or what the mutual exchange is between you, whether that's with somebody you know or somebody you don't know, like an agency of some kind, an outside organization. Probably, though, a more financially or materially beneficial or brighter time for you, Capricorn. As I say, we're not just sort of sitting still like vegetables, letting the planets do things for us. We have to actually seize the energy and work the energy. So what I'm saying is, from the 7th on, you do have the cards stacked in your favor to improve things financially or materially. But you know what, there could also be something that just comes towards you that you weren't expecting, and that could help you out as well. So it is, if you don't make the right moves in the right direction, it's a good time to get confidential advice, put your cards on the table, have the heart-to-heart talk, whatever it's about, whether it's about money, property, or your private life. Try and do that with an impartial person, not somebody you know. And it's a very good time to team up with someone, to pool your resources with someone. It's a good time to collaborate with someone. But if it's in your very personal life, this is quite an intense energy, and it's like you've got an emotional rapport there with someone, but also you can be quite you feel a moral, a sort of you feel that you have to use your integrity. You feel that you have a moral, maybe a kind of moral obligation, or that they have a moral obligation. but definitely the feeling of there being more of a helping hand there, materially and emotionally, is going to be there for you. And another way that can work is that you can be centered around a relationship, or between the two of you, researching and looking into things and mapping out a game plan, whether that's a financial game plan or some sort of other game plan for the future. You're definitely plotting and planning for the future. Jupiter will continue to bring new opportunities into your area of employment, daily duties and health until next June. You know, that Venus position is a little bit secretive as well. It's a little bit like you're keeping something under wraps just for a while. Now Mars is emphasizing a group dynamic and activities with colleagues, friends or acquaintances for professional or personal reasons. And it's generally a sociable and progressive sort of a period. Mars likes to initiate, and it's in an area of change. So you should be feeling freer to initiate changes. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, though, Capricorn. As if I needed to tell you that you are the most cautious sign of the zodiac, you in Cancer anyway, but you want to initiate change in order to further hopes and dreams, things that you waited to do maybe for a long time. Physical energy could go into team collaborations, pooling efforts, or building new contacts. So you might be, burning up the wires over the net. And there's something very techno about this area here as well. So definitely making use of information technology and everything, all the sort of weird and wonderful world through that gateway. But also pooling your energies in with others in some way. Perhaps it's a group of kindred spirits, or perhaps it's just a bigger project where you're all learning or applying knowledge, skills, but you have certain interests in common anyway. But remember that Mars can be very hasty and impatient, and it does like to be out in front, and it's happy taking on a leading role. In fact, it can get pretty steamed up and frustrated if it's sort of ignored and in the background. So others could actually be looking to you for direction, and you just find yourself volunteered into perhaps a position that you didn't actually sign up for in the beginning. It can be like that. Or if it isn't like that, then you need to be doing something which gives you the feeling as though you are in the driving seat. You're the one that can be making the choices. So maybe it's outside of one social circle and you doing it in another area of your life. But whether it's in that social circle or not, it's best to actually let Mars have its head, because it's got a lot of energy, and so it wants to go forwards with ideas, you see. So you need to be allowing that energy to actually funnel through you, because otherwise it can kind of back up on itself and maybe make you feel a bit sort of steamed up or kind of angry, really. And that wouldn't be good, because there's enough angry people in the world. And from the 23rd, you'll be taking your worldly responsibilities more seriously. So that's when the Sun comes into the same position as Mercury, and that will be more career orientated. So if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, find those and listen to the podcast with those if you like. But don't pay as much attention to the dates as you do if it's just the sun sign reading that you're listening to, for reasons which I will explain in a separate video. And I hope that helps, and I'll see you the next time.